So tell me your names.
I am James Frank Mitchell II, born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Um, I don't know. Some experiences. I got one child. Happens to be a boy. Happens to be who I'm sitting next to.
That's me. I'm Jayden Deshaun Mitchell, not the second, just me. I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Some experiences. I'm in the Army. It's pretty cool. And I have one dad. It's him. Yeah. How did you choose my name?
I didn't. So this is a true story. Like, this is the funniest shit ever. So the time you were born. So, hey, Jayden is like a really unique name. I'm like, yeah, nah, it's probably not. Yes, it is. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue. So, literally, your mom was pregnant with you. Next door, there was someone pregnant. We're gonna name our son something super unique. We're gonna name him Aiden. And then, like, somebody that just had a baby, like, my baby's name is something really unique. Their name is Caden. And then, like, I literally met somebody else that had, like, a 2-year-old. Their name was Braden. Like, all this Aiden shit. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
You know how many people I've met with... I know a chick right now has the same exact first name as me.
Guess what? In elementary school, he had the same name, like, literally, as his kindergarten teacher.
Yep.
What?
His kindergarten teacher's daughter.
Yep.
Jayden Mitchell.
Yep.
And then my next door neighbor was Aiden. Then he had a classmate named Braden.
Yep.
Then another classmate named Caden.
Yep.
So,
Two
yeah, I
Cadens.
didn't choose that shit.
A Zayden.
And then I got a niece named, like, Jaylyn. Like, it's just...
No,
You
not
born in
Jaylen.
2004?
Yeah,
I was.
So the Aidens must be really popular.
they were super popular.
You know,
All right.
special breed.
Not so much. I told his mom, I was like, I promise you, when he becomes of age, the name Jayden will be like the name James.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
No, but it's so unique.
No, it's not.
Okay, we'll see. Fast forward.
There's so many different ways to spell
Fucking
Jayden.
a million
But
of
there's
them.
only one right way. And that's how you spell my name.
Spell it.
Jayden. Next question. Do you have any favorite stories about your kids?
Kid. I only
With
got
an S.
one. Not with
the
an S. Yeah, all the funny shit, like, oh man. I was really particular about who you spoke to. Like, no. So one story. This is, you was a newborn, right? So I used to like going shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever was current, it was like, I'm gonna do this shit. Like, I remember I can't remember what Jordans they were, but whatever it was, I enjoyed getting the Carolina blue ones. Like, I didn't want the black ones, I didn't want the red ones, I wanted the Carolina blue. So whenever I got them, I got the Carolina blue. So of course, when you was born, like, okay, there you go, I'm gonna get the Carolina blue. So I remember being in Jefferson Mall with your mom, we going shopping, and like, I really wasn't with strollers because it's like you can't really see, like, you can't really be close enough to grab and protect or whatever. So I would always like hold you. So I remember being in whatever it was. It wasn't Foot Locker. It might have been Foot Action, whatever was in there. Champs Foot Action, whatever was in Jefferson Mall. And I remember holding you, and like, first of all, I remember you being in the stroller, and some woman was like, "Oh my God, a baby!" And she went to like touch you, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you want somebody touching your fucking face? Like, what the fuck are you doing? So she's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Like, whatever. So we go in the store, and then it's like people like, "Oh, baby!" Like, "Oh my God, look, I see the baby." So I'm like getting pissed. Like, I end up picking him up, and I'm like standing in the display window, like with the mannequins. Like, I need to get the fuck home. Like, this shit's getting on my fucking nerves. And of course, the mom is like, "Oh man, yeah, we're having fun. Let's go shopping." Like, nigga, we need to get the fuck out of here. So I'm like standing in the fucking display window with this fucking newborn. Because you got, mind you, this is like 0 to 33 days. Like, this motherfucker's new as shit. Like, we not talking about 3 weeks old. We talking about new as fuck. Like, so if you look up whenever the Jordans of that year came out, it shit's new as fuck. It shit's like fucking January, February. So that's like my favorite story. It's pretty cool.
Fresh.
Other than, I would change him all the time. Like, I wouldn't even let her change. I would change him all the time. And he'd be laying there, and I'd be changing him. Every time, like, when I take the diaper off, he'd be like, eh! And he would pee, and it would shoot over his head and hit her in her fucking face. And it was so funny to me. It was fucking hilarious.
How has being a parent changed you?
It slowed me down. I've been able to mark time. Because I've always been spontaneous, and it was hard for me to make any plans. Like, it was hard for me to buy fucking plane tickets because you had to do it 21 days in advance. Like, you know, to get a decent price. Like, it was always hard for me to plan shit. So I could mark time after I had a child. Like, okay, I got to be available to pick up, drop off, stay up, do this. Like, whatever it was. Parent-teacher conference, pick up from an event, take shopping, go grocery shopping. Like, I was able to mark time and really, like, I knew I couldn't just be around, rip and run, you know. Like, it helped me mark time. Like, it helped me make sense out of time because I had to, because it ain't just me. Like, I can figure some shit out. Like, I could sleep anywhere, do anything. Like, it'd be times I wouldn't go to my own home for fucking 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't have to. I could figure some, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do what I want to do. But I wanted, like, well, not some, but I wanted stability for this little motherfucker. Like, I got to be around. I got to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it did for me. It helped me mark time.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yeah.
What did you learn you could do that you didn't know you could do before?
Make promises. That was it. Just make promises. I could be like, hey, we're going to do this at this point, or I'm going to get this. Like, I could make promises.
Yeah, that shit was super big to me because, like, my mom would say shit, and then just shit would never happen. But, like, I knew that a shout out down my mind. Anytime he said we was going to do some shit, we would do it.
Yeah, like, outside, like, if something happened, it was like, did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Like, the world blew up, dog. Like, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not me. Like, it's not that I forgot. It's not that I didn't, feel like it. Like, nigga, the world ended. That's why we couldn't go to fucking Chuck E. Cheese. So, like, I could make promises. Like, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
Because I used to be nervous. Like, I don't want to make no promises and, like, if and it. Like, a kid can't survive on no fucking ifs. So you gotta make plans and make sure, so that means if I make a plan, I can't do no faulty shit on Thursday if we got plans for Friday. I can't go rob a bank on Thursday and I told them we going to whatever the fuck, go shopping for dart guns on Friday. Like, I might get caught. And I've never robbed a bank. I'm just, like, making a point. Like, I can't take, I can't do no bullshit and be like, it made me mindful of, it made me think, like, well, if he can't go, I probably shouldn't go. That was a big thing because it's like, I have to be mindful of the promises I make because kids can't survive on if, maybe, hopefully. So,
What are your dreams for Jayden?
I don't have any. I don't have any dreams for him. I hope he do what the fuck he want to do because I ain't like people be like, I ain't instill no fucking discipline. I try to figure out the positive end of whatever it was he was into. You know what I'm saying? I never said no without conditions. Like, you want to do what? Sounds fucking exciting. Let's fucking do it. Like, literally,
Every time.
when I can't even remember what year it was, but it was a blackout. Like, everything went out in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, we got dart guns and start quote unquote hunting. Like, we crawling around with dart guns, acting like we hunting. Like, when I realized he really loved guns, like, I'm not gonna be like, no, wait till you. No, nigga, we gonna fuck with guns. Like, the guns that is legal for you to fuck with, we gonna fuck with them forever, all the time. And then when you get to a point where you get them bitches legal, get all of them and learn them bitches and use them motherfuckers. Like, dude, like I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
that's
thing.
A core
like,
memory. That was the shit.
When
That's
you
the shit.
find what your kid is, it's a picture somewhere and it might come up. This motherfucker was like 6 with 30 fucking dart guns. 30. They laid out everywhere. Up the steps.
Up the steps. This is back when we had green carpet over there.
Fucking swords and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I just never,
That's the shit.
like, you don't put no limit on, like, for instance, I can't swim, right? So, I remember, I thought I was going to prison. I'm like, they got me. This nigga drowned in fucking tub, going to jail, child neglect. So, you know, like the bathroom is connected to the bedroom, like, so, you know, you get to a point like, oh shit, this motherfucker's quiet, let me go check. This motherfucker, I got a picture of it. Like, it's gonna come up. I got a picture of it. This motherfucker's laying in the tub, only this is above water, his nose and his mouth. So I go in there, I'm like, oh shit, niggas dead. This retarded motherfucker didn't make it past 7. Like, my son is fucking dead. I explain this shit. Like, I raised a fucking slow ass kid that decided to drown himself. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, he's like, wakes up, like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm swimming. Like, yeah, it's kind of not how it works. A couple days later, like, you know, cool. Like, now I'm really paying attention. Like, the second it goes quiet, I go in there, look. This motherfucker's face down in the tub. Like, I'm like, I have produced the fucking weak link to the human race. Like, this motherfucker is trying everything it takes to die. Like, this motherfucker is the weak link. So he turned over like, no, I'm swimming. Like, dude, going to jail. I'm absolutely going to jail. So, you know, over time I just learned, like, all right, if he gonna do it, he gonna do it. I just got to be prepared. Let me get some life insurance, whatever. That Gerber baby shit, like 20,000 up. This nigga's dead. I could probably blow some money getting drunk. I'll be sad. I'll fucking have another one because this motherfucker is destined to fucking kill himself. Like, what the fuck? It gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
It gets fucking worse.
It gets so bad.
We go to the YMCA. They got the fucking Olympic-sized pool. Like, so I'm traipsing behind them because my son is fucking smart. Maybe he's not retarded. He didn't fucking drown himself in the bathtub. Great. So, going to the YMCA. Get to the pool. This motherfucker takes off running.
Yep.
I'm just like, no. This motherfucker takes off, jumps in the pool. He has a noodle at least with him. Yep. Dog, my fucking heart sinks to my fucking nuts. This motherfucker's in the pool. I'm trying to watch. I'm like, this nigga's gonna die. Like, my girlfriend at the time, she's there. She can swim. Like, it's other kids there and shit. So, you know, I'm kind of watching. Like, hey, wait, watch him. This motherfucker ends up with a noodle in the 10-foot section.
Yep.
He's done. I get it. He's done. He doesn't want to be here anymore. This kid doesn't want to be here anymore. Like, so I'm like, come back. And he's like, you know, energetic. He's fucking young. Like, he swims back, all this shit.
So you could swim by then.
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
This
I
is
taught
what
myself
found
to swim in the bathtub.
In the fucking bathtub, he done taught us. So I don't know this shit. So I'm just like, my fucking kid is suicidal. I just better get used to it. Like, I'm not gonna have him for long. Like, he wants to go with the fucking angels, whatever the fuck it is. So, one summer, 4th of July weekend or whatever, we go to my sister's in Indy. So we up there, we kicking it. She got a pool and shit. So we, of course, we go into the pool. My dumb ass and forgot this nigga's suicidal. So, like, he takes off running, like, gets to the pool. I'm like, oh shit, my son. Oh fuck, I forgot this nigga's suicidal. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this motherfucker's in the air. He's done. At least, like, mom's there, sister's there, nieces, nephews, his cousin there, but, you know, his aunt, all these people are there. I'm like, at least they know I'm not irresponsible. This motherfucker has a death wish. He jumps in like the 5 foot section. This motherfucker ain't nothing but this big.
Yep.
Jumps in the 5 foot section. I'm like, no. This motherfucker's really swimming. Like, it looks fucked up. But he's really swimming.
I've always just been really strong in water.
I'm like,
So like
this
I just
nigga is really fucking swim. Like, this
I just
motherfucker really knows how to swim. So we looking like, I know how to swim. Like, what? I'm like, oh shit. Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, this motherfucker really knows how to swim. The point is, I never wanted it to instill my fear of water in him. So even when I was scared as fuck, I didn't like impose that on him. That's the point of this whole thing. Like, because I've seen people like their parents impose their fear on the kid. Like, oh, they got bit by a dog, so it's like, oh my god, no dogs. Don't. Like, nigga, like the dog bit you because you was like putting your finger in his ass. Like, you was doing something fucked up anyway. Like, that's why the dog bit you. But like, don't put that fear in your kid. Like, that's the point. I didn't put my fear of water on him because my experience was my experience. So even after that, like, they had pool parties at Algonquin, and you know them niggas would drown each other. Fucking Algonquin, fucking swimming pool. Like, they've been drowning each other for years. Like, I used to tell people, if you push me in the water, you just caught a murder charge. Like, you're going to prison forever because I'm telling you I can't swim. If you push me in, I'm gonna die. You're gonna go to prison. If you don't, someone's gonna come kill you. Like, it's not a joke. This motherfucker, they have a pool party up there with all these little bad little fucking yellow jackets and shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This motherfucker, I got a picture of that somewhere. This motherfucker is doing some weird fucking paddle, but he's staying afloat. Like, with fucking pajamas on and some fucking white beater and basketball shorts.
Did you not
shit.
supposed to swim in?
Yeah, like, this motherfucker is like,
shit.
like, okay, so whatever worked, it worked because I didn't instill my fear into him because I was scared. So, yeah, that's it. Whatever the fuck.
Shit's awesome.
That's good. Jayden, how do you think you and your dad are alike?
Very.
Like how? What ways?
In every single way possible that you can be alike with someone without being that person. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like, he's my guy. So I kick it with all the time. 100% guaranteed. Like, if you know him, you know me.
Mm-hmm.
If you know me, you know him. Like, we are very similar in every way we talk, the way we express ourselves, how we interact with people, the words we say, what we find funny. Real life shit.
What we find funny.
What did something just cross your mind and made you laugh?
Yeah. Everything. Like, everything. Like, everything. Like, how people respond to. The funniest shit is, like, so when we would call my mom, we'd be, like, on speakerphone in the car or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we would both be talking, and she's like, who is it talking? So, even still, so just with Siri, right? So, for the most part, it recognizes the voice that it belongs to. Like, and we tried, when I was working, we tried it. Like, we was doing it all the time at Job Corps, like with the students, everybody had iPhone. We was like, you know, hey Siri, blah, blah, blah. And it would, you know, when one person said it, it would only pick up, their phone would only pick it up. With me and him, like, he can activate my phone. Like, it's the craziest shit. But, like, little stuff like that. We sound alike. We laugh a lot. Like, it's freaking hilarious. Like, because we've always been around each other all the time. Like, without trying to, like, anything about me that everybody else thinks they know or they can tell him about his dad. Like, he already know. Like, there's nothing you can do.
Ain't
like,
shit.
there's, like, I'm transparent. It's an open book. Like, if anybody's gonna know you, like, bless your heart, love you to death. It might be some shit that I wouldn't tell you right now that he already knows.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? Just, and not even because it's on purpose. It's just, I forgot. It didn't cross my mind. But from, like, my real adulthood, like, responsive stage or my responsible stage, it didn't start till he was born. Like, I was a horrible piece of shit before he was born. And then when he was born, I was still a piece of shit to other people. But like, I'm fine with that. He aight. You know what I'm saying? And then I gradually became better at it. And then, you know, became at least fair with other people.
Sometimes.
Because I had to, at the very least, the people I exposed him to had to be at least responsible, you know, adults. And responsible meaning truthful in who they were. It doesn't mean they had to be the perfect example, just responsible in who they were. Mm-hmm. And that's more me recognizing it and not having them around bullshit. Because I always felt like if I don't want to take him, I probably shouldn't go. Because if I don't take him and I go anyway, who's to say something won't happen that doesn't allow me to get back to him?
Do you want to like end this with each telling a favorite story about the other person?
Oh yeah, I got a favorite story. So, he moves to Indy.
Ah, shit.
He's a great person. He's awesome. Love my son to death.
Fuck.
So let me preface this with, so he never got whoopings, never got spankings. I don't really know what it was. Like he just kind of on his shit, whatever. So the summer, what summer was it? Like your 17-year-old summer?
I think so.
Like a 17-year-old summer, he was on his bullshit. Like we was kind of into it, but not like into it. You know what I'm saying? Like we was into it. Like,
fuck.
Nigga, please. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you want to fight about it? Like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Like, fuck you. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, get out, but not get out. Like, I know you got somewhere to go. Like, I know your people's here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no bullshit. It was just like, nigga, I'm tired, nigga. Like, leave me the fuck alone, dog. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, that summer, it was fucking dope though. Like, you fucking Jersey, New York, all kind of shit. This nigga's everywhere. Plus, I'm like, I'm looking at his location and shit. Like, this nigga, alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he good. Like, he went to see my brother for a little while, which that's a whole nother story. But he went to see him for a little while. Like, so I know where he's at, but like, I miss him. That's my dude. But like, I know he gotta get something out. Like, I know he gotta do something else. He gotta see some other shit. Like, I've taught him enough. He gotta see if it's worth it. Like, he gotta figure out, like, this nigga really telling the truth? Like, is what he taught me for real, for real? So, at summer, like, where are all the places you went?
So, that summer we went to...
And this is working, like, was it electrician, apprentice?
Electrician apprentice, yeah.
So
I'm working and shit. I spent the whole summer with my boy Gage. It was just me and him, like, that whole summer. The entire time. Graduated high school. We didn't participate in our graduation, but we went to watch like all the people we know graduate because like I didn't want to do that shit. He didn't want to do that shit, so he's like, "Fuck it, we'll go anyway though." So we did that shit. We took pictures there. Then we went to Tennessee. We was in Tennessee for a little bit, just doing dumb shit. We went to New Jersey. We hopped into New York for like a couple of days. That shit was ass. Fuck New York. It was a shitty place to go. We was there.
Be mad at you.
Huh?
Fuck you mean, son? Where did my mother be?
They can't own guns. What the
Anyway,
fuck they gonna do?
right? Yeah.
So you come to New York, I'm gonna put hands on you. Oh, no, fuck you. Fuck everybody from New York.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
So we go through all of that. Like, so he called me one day like, hey man, I ain't trying to work 2 jobs to go to school, dog. Like,
yeah.
Can I come back? I'm like, hell yeah. All right, I'll be back end of the week. I'm like, all right, cool. And like 2 hours later, it's like, I'm like, what's at the door? Open the door. He's like, hey man, what's up? Like, we done got into it and everything. Like, we didn't, we was, like, this motherfucker cussed me out. Like, I'm like, here we go with this shit. I knew it was fucking coming. I fucking knew it. So I wasn't even mad for real. I was just like, I knew it was coming. I hope he don't think he fucked up so bad where,
Yeah.
But he knew, like, this nigga, he all right. Like, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So he come back, like I'm thinking it's going to be end of the week. I think my mother called me first, like, Jay's going to call you. Yeah, she come back. Like, yeah, he good. So he called me. Like, hey, I'll be back, whatever it was, Friday, and it's like a Wednesday. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's a whole other story. I'll let him finish.
Then this motherfucker, like, 2 hours later, he's like, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, man, like, oh, shit. So we back, like, ain't nothing happened. Like, we kicking this shit. So he's telling me this. So he had just hit 18. So he's he's looking at his room and shit straight, getting everything back together, putting shit up. Guess what I got? Fuck you got? This motherfucker pull out this shit like pop. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking dope. Like I ain't know. It's fucking Glock 19X. He tells me the story about that shit. So I didn't know, like, he's like, nigga, you 18 with a 21-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Somebody 21 or over, blah, 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 legal. Like, you can get it, like, it's cool. So he tells me the story about that shit, which is another story.
It's funny as fuck.
Like, I'm getting calls, motherfucker talks like, but you kind of can't, you know what I'm saying? He paid for it, like, the blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not, you can't come get it. Kind of can't come get it.
Mine.
And you don't know what's behind it.
Yep.
Like, it's a lot. Because he has a dad. Like, they was trying to run these games on him and shit.
They was trying to finesse me like I was stupid. But like,
yeah. Like,
and I knew exactly what it was from the jump. Because like,
motherfuckers know the law. Like,
I
you
know
just
the
have
law,
to
so I
be
ain't
present. You don't have to sign for it. You just have to be present.
That shit's
He was a
I
legal
did.
participant.
It did. All you there is you're a facilitator. That's it. You're like, hey, this motherfucker's, you're a fucking character witness. Hey, this motherfucker's responsible.
Yeah.
All right, now let him do this background check and sign these paperwork so he can have a gun.
That was it. So after that, like, we had a fucking ball.
Yeah.
And then,
That's when I got my cat.
yep. And then after that, that was when the military stuff came. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yep.
This, like, just the idea of, hi, I'm going to hit 18. What do I want to do? Do I want to go to college? Like, do I want to get a trade? Like, what is it I want to do? Motherfucker worked with this shit during the summer. Like, nigga, this is hard. I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck this, bro.
Where'd you work?
I was working as an electrician's apprentice, making like $16 an hour, and then I would be a framer. I would literally work. Like, I would wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and then work 6-hour shifts for both jobs. So I'm working 12 hours a day. And I would get off and just not go to sleep because I'm going to go kick it with my peoples and shit. So I would be working. Like, I was making good money, but like, shit was ass. Like, fuck this shit. Be tired as fuck. Like, I ain't doing this shit.
Funny,
And I was doing it to go to school and shit. So I'm going to school to try to be like a civil engineer and everything. Like, school's not hard. I was like, yeah, fuck this, bro. Fuck this, dog. I would do this shit.
He had other jobs before. Like, so the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
They got rid of work permits in Indiana. So kids didn't need work permits because you get them filled out at school. School wasn't in, so who gives a fuck? And then they never re-implemented it. So kids was just getting jobs, making money. He had plenty of them. And then I remember we was going to go to Vegas. I was like, yeah, tell them motherfuckers you're going to Vegas. And the motherfucker's like, well, you have to, request. Nigga, fuck that job.
Yeah.
You a fucking kid. Like, you vacation, like, you go where your parent go. Like, you don't need a fucking job. Like,
I don't think I've ever put in a 2 weeks in my fucking life.
No, ain't no point. Like, you ain't paying no fucking bills. Like, you ain't have to pay no bills.
Yeah.
All that I want to make my kid responsible. Give me $40 on a bill. No, fuck that. You know how you teach responsibility to a kid? When they get their own bills, they'll learn. If you don't fucking pay it, it's going to get cut off. Best fucking way to teach a kid how the responsibility of bills.
I never missed a payment like that. You got me fucked up.
Yeah. All they got to do is get cut off once.
Yeah,
and then you like, damn, this fucking sucks. It takes a day to get it cut back on.
Yep.
That's it. That's fucking it. I'm not taking his money to pay no fucking bill.
All my shit's on auto pay.
Yeah. If he wasn't here, I would still be paying fucking bills. So, whatever.
Fuck that shit.
You have a favorite story about him?
Yes. My favorite story about my dad
Oh, shit.
is fuck. Let's see. It's probably the time that this was back when I was playing football. I was like 8 or 10, and